Dream is beautiful, but man, those wings will never leave the ground without a feather and a lottery ticket. Now settle down. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. Shimmy cross the centerfold. At that time in gold, did he crumbs for the better souls? With 7 deadly stains that hit a blame to crystal conscience. The results of low life counting on one hand when he's a conflict. Okay. Need an activism pain, activate street sweep, plug deteriorating Xenobin, Pendragon. Hawk sports for the morbid spreading of bad alley. God sick in their Lincoln Lord Cabin and Charlie Chaplin. Wild good, zigzag and sick him again for the bad gleam sparkle in my brick wall windows. Another thick installment of one night in Gotham without the wretch. Instant we have a problem. Charge for the festive batch of Sith goblins who split holiday freak on a box cuts in a high road bellow. Head grips, watch red bricks turn yellow. Sort of similar to most backbones at Camp Icarus. We're all big across congregating and pampered for bickering. Life's not a bitch. Life is a beautiful woman. You only call her a bitch cause she won't let you get that pussy. Maybe she didn't feel y'all shared any similar interests. Or maybe you're just an asshole who couldn't sweet talk the princess. Kiss the speaker wire, beat her pacifism pegging threshold. Stomach full of halo kibbles. Wingspan cast black upon visuals. Hit a duck hunt, take a same vision and pick apart the pixels. I got a friend of polar nature and it's all peace. When I see similar stars but can't sit at the same feast. Metal captain, this cat is asking if I seen his bit of lost passion. Told him yeah, but only when I pedaled past her. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, put the pieces back together my way. And buggy mechanisms tug the portion of my severed vision. Gathering of loose ends in a bucket with a shoestring budget. Every man's got a field supply. Know that now. But it's like, man, I really can't afford the oxygen, fees, fire, etc. I smell the warm blood of the bill collector knocking. I can't walk with these 30 with a frigid liquid backbone. I get swept in a pressure cooker trying to paddle back home. I get sprung with a vibrant alliance of clean intention by eclipsing doom that attached to bash these picket fences. Now I'll attend the wedding of the open sword and festering. And when the groom presents the ring, the bride commences the blistering. Textbook magnificently crude. It's like King Berserker module, inserted vertical thirst, burst horizontal. Treasure, loose cannon, span a starboard bow with a clipper ship dipped in truth, famine, pressure. Cabin fever meter, pegging ludicrous, beautiful cartoon trooper, swallow brutal futility with a teaspoon full of sugar. I rock ready, aim fire, where y'all rock ready, fire rain. That blame's a stationary target where the prey escapes the frame. Merit bad marksman of Hozier, it's all the same. So I lay across the wood, perpendicular to the grain.
A big bang, gotta be never mind. I'm the infinite property. I wanna see you, yes sir, sir. Yes sir. All with the tone cross, or to the bone. What the other brothers have a born for a Lord Big Bang. Never let a big dick, never let a ton on a big dream. The big things. I'm a firm with a sliver on a line and a prime return to earn thanks. I'ma be a big bang. Be a big bang, gotta be never mind. I'm the infinite property. I wanna see you, yes sir, sir. Yes sir. All with the tone cross, or to the bone. What the other brothers have a born for a Lord Big Bang. Never let a big dick, never let a ton on a big dream. The big things. I'm a firm with a sliver on a line and a prime return to earn thanks. I'ma be a big bang.
Survival of the woolly mammoth population, bottleneck effect, sort of born death. Alien a shallow alchemy. If you gon' metamorph the base metal to precious, might as well steal from the rich, bewitch the peasants. I'm floating this homing pigeon out Hell's kitchen window. Left an SOS infested bottle nestled in his grip. So with a prayer circle beneath party and hardy wild bellow, I observed him fly 10 feet and drop the bottles to the devils. Fertile circle, turn fertile crescent via bad investment. Despised every second, I guess I learned my lesson. If I made an angel in the snow for every rotting victim, there'd be wings to float this mothership up out the goblin system. Sticky panoramic contaminant planted in conjunction with phantom assumption, gutter bug alumnus candidates. Well, I promise you I'll man the lighthouse just to help guide in your ship. If you promise to help pull this hook out my lip, bitch. Godspeed, straight jacket and ragged approach. The circle suns via folklore pollutants derived strictly from a BT generation disgust community movement alluding to a hope blood given. No recognition, life matter. I sup all night with a rusty hammer trying to build a fence around these magic beans my dreams are gathered. But that certain lack of a veil, I sail a choppy line with buoyancy like a bucket of rock. Bucket of rock.
Wanna be a big bang out of me? Never bother me, been a probably. I wanna see you get stir, sir. Yes, sir. All with a tone, core, source to the bone. One of the other brothers have a small full on big bang. Never let a big dig, I don't understand on a big dream to make big things. I'm a burn with the spin on a mind and a pocket, turn to earth thanks. I'ma be a big bang. A big bang out of me. Never bother me, been a probably. I wanna see you get stir, sir. Yes, sir. All with a tone, core, source to the bone. One of the other brothers have a small full on big bang. Never let a big dig, I don't understand on a big dream to make big things. I'm a burn with the spin on a mind and a pocket, turn to earth thanks. I'ma be a big bang.
Bang. It's getting bigger by the second. Yeah, I'm here to rock the tugboat and bid the elders farewell. I shook the buddy system wisdom till the sibilants repel. I sell a barrel of spirit to dummy dimwit syndicate jackals. I'm broken arrow to the fucking bone. Broken poem. I don't really believe in God, but God, I'm scared to death of God. I swear to God, I never meant to spill the beans nor tear the pot, but it's like I hike an acre unimpressed and slept on a saber's edge enough times to splice Antichrist's favorite blood. I wanna know myself. Sword and solo sheep amidst wolves and still my shepherd can't administer the proper push and pulls. I push the ghouls to man overboard. Pull the bulls onto my sword and buckle down in a corner chair at a round table floor. Got an angel on my left shoulder, a devil on a polar. Got a mug of frigid, got a mug of solar. Slide over the recipes design. I plug the appetite for continuity by stitching together this theme congruent beautifully. I peel back hearts and lives, green physics in the chambers. Quarterize the wound and heads like gimme something major. Roadside prophetic, I said wow. Developed in a mummy ribbon system, blistering in a wishing well. Big bang.
Day turns night, turns night. 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 Day turns night, turns night.
Nightlight sucker. Wanna forshackle me, not clean logic appropriation. I did invent the wheel in a previous generation. While the 666er glassos keep angels roped in the basement. I locate modern halos and pass them out to the pavement. Y'all catch a 30-second flash frame. Dirty cooperative med platoon. Boom, head trips split fantastic. Fathom the splicing of major league low life with anti-hero earthworm mentality. Godzilla. I pace my game for 0-hour completions. They're creating, still a creating, even speaking altered moniker. Arrogant nightmare lost in the monitor. I hope the door opens, it gets staggered through. Them 10 berserker bread cookies in after you. It's gutter, and I spell it with the G. I stole from get the fuck up. Noise punched on the wretched refuse of my team and gum luck. Still I promise, pepper sauce braid still bleeding homage. See the freak sucked out the water while 3 bears invade the cottage. And I can't sleep now. Yeah, the police are laughing. You won't be laughing when your covered wagons crash. You won't be laughing when you're hosted by the ghost of Christmas past. You won't be laughing when your blow up dolls got a headache and won't give up the ass. I lay my kicks to rest when I'm impressed, so I staple gun them to my feet. This origami dream is beautiful. Pull the tail, watch the wing flap, but you really can't do a thing with that. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day, swallow up the pieces, spit them in just species, reach to the city of lost particles and leeches. Nightlight got me when the daylight in the evening. Nightlight day, nightlight day, nightlight day, nightlight day, nightlight day, nightlight day, I'm pretty sure I got a pulse. Plus, we shimmy across the centerfold and her nightlight engulfed. Just let me keep the crumbs. 7 deadly stains that hit a blame to crystal conscience. The results of deadbeats trying to make $1 off a bomb spread. Link me to activism chain. Activate while stop Pluto orbit. Set a course, then push the button. I'll swallow spores born by the laws of a morbid glut. Alley gossip. I can spot a duck battalion by the Charlie Chaplin waddle. Six bag and sick 'em again before the bacon pull the badge out for the last house. Another thick installment of One Night in Gotham. Like, Stingy, have a problem. They're buffing the trains the same day the graffiti writers bomb them. Split holiday breaks on a box cut cinema high road bellow. Head gripped, watch red bricks turn yellow. I'm trying to meet the wizard, but a tailgating tin man holding an oil can more than a hermit crab breaking his new Delto. Life's not a bitch. Life is a biatch who keeps the villagers circling the marketplace out searching for the G-spot. Maybe she didn't feel y'all shared any similar interests. Maybe you're just an asshole, and maybe I'm just an asshole. Piston figure wire, Sammy swashbuckler pegging threshold. Stomach full of diner food. Wingspan cast black upon view. Here to help release the rabid hounds and pick apart your mood. I got this friend of polar nature, and it's all peace. When I see similar stars, but can't sit at the same feet. Metal captain, this cat is asking if I seen his bit of lost passions. Told him, yeah, I gave him one last look and smashed him. All I ever wanted was to pick up on the day. Swallow up the pieces, spit them at your species. Beast in a city of lost barnacles and leeches. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like day, 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 night like sucker. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like got me when the daylight and the evening. Night like
Day turns night, turns night. 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 Day turns night, turns night.
Is a love such as that which I exhibit for my practice, the factor which then amalgamates debates with straitjackets and robe, huddled in brackets that blacken the average globe, xenophobe, low to modify the fly. Feel this, I call a notch in my wall for every store. Every fifth mark slants diagonal to symbolize your downfall. Drunky peasants, honor the shifty Megatron presence. Slug a ball on ceremonies of merit turn blood sport. Born in hella high seas, I freeze your mega dumb company, pumping out wise leaves like flying sneak attacks or dry leaves dunce. Crooked rumors turn zoomers when rookies talking. Bad seeds blossom, the Wookiee war barking. Let a sucker drift. I lift up every stone thrown and find the point at which repellent signals ultimately bind. When a pack of style mimics me, my brain's target the cluster. My advanced clutching a mic like bully the knuckle duster in a scent. Your riddles yield a little plastic blend. Fuck a bad, flat up on fire, dance a jig around a pig. Figuring, yeah, I'll end up playing a bleach fame trackers, using only the finest and post-monitor rain matters. Once my brethren disperse, my God, you think the heavens touch the earth then thirsting a perch on a bursted curse, but I don't. Confine mine and why to choose me. Bored, lasso down Polaris, let the glow up use me. Okay, I lay me down to sleep, creeping a slumber under red skies, head splitting straight, sipping a trip of dead vibes. Red tides from here, stopping, smelling a long hell, clenching a stench of burning logics in a shower, yarning. I'm now. Someone's approached the road, shaking like snow globes. Others sought safety in numbers, others floats got towed under. Still another took a turn to crash and burn while others flee, but there will never be another stalk marvel like me. See, there's a time when rhyme and paint combined can't even manage to tell what the swell is like. Picture your imagery embellished with the hellish aspects of the swarm's forlorn facets. Soul crafting fat cats burrowing, left perennial tenants discouraged in discussing my four season flourishing. Surging, purging, poetic lead poison, poised, employed, Tully got lit up with a moisture on your pride. I'm a animated style machine in a beating faulty production fueled by nicotine suction. From ducks in my carnival to vipers in my garden who flash, identify bottom genius species in class, start to chuckle. Buckle the architecture till it fell through. Kill the survivors, then raise the dead for shock value. By the time the pending settlement's fully negotiated, I'll have put aside for you to get myself situated. Like sadly, my style spooks juveniles like Boo Radley. Radically, we consume the Colonel Kurtz and our pursuit soon enough. That's one love call, toughens the search us. Stutter and roaching, gutter, gift. I tell myself stay up high, make a mockery of sun and moon and star to the hand over the sky. My deluxe is fluxes, pivots to where the crux is. Invade the town, my village elders holler who the fuck's this. See hippocats, aggravated shrugs through the mud, quicken ones flot sticking like coagulated blood, rugged serpentine climb, pebble the rock, let your pretty pink cloud nine expectations please you not. A fucking sock rock, Mike Bizarro, proper application of the soul by my standard. Candid was positioned from which instigation spawned, and man, I plan to die with a mic in my hand. It's like bending all hope, yeah, bending all hope. It's like bending all hope, yeah, bending all hope. Aesop rock.
One, two and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move.
I spell 666 star 69. Click, give us still up on a Viking funeral. Bye, bitch. Treble hook, 2 birds, cheap thrill, free meal, vacate Jellystone Park with your free wheel.
East LA car, Monty Percocet frame. Half his life is likely to be Nikes on the L train. No one on the dog toy, pocket full of deer blood. The only thing that's stopping him is docking in his earbuds.
Up around noon, found everything he loved, crushed down to a cube. The new Kowloon, chow line, 2 leads, wrapping medicine and gruel. One is hemorrhaging money, the other jettisoning fuel. Identical water separated pools. Was clever, but it wasn't ever neighborhood degenerate approved. In swoop, jukebox Fonzie, promptly. Bolts on his neck, 1 tube sock wonky.
16 panel hat, mutton chopping and relax. Double pits to chest, he got the SP on a camel's back. Handle that Huffy with a timely parry. And get all up in your kitchen, money guy Fieri.
There is a wildly elusive moment of bliss in the spaces between being told you are shit. I would openly suggest identifying the closest and collectively agreeing to meet if the sky opens. Man, 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 man. I'd like to speak to a supervisor.
1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move.
Back Cali roll over party, guess who on it? Steak tartare, but we're hardly pet food. Charlie check booth, Brody's right. You're gonna need a bigger boat and a holy diver.
Aggravated people driving lemons over limits with a neck bob stemming in a cartoon physics. Smart move, taught never broadcast holes in his armor. End up another poached fauna.
Handcuffed down to a toothless tease who got an X-marked mouth in a hoops machine. With eyes that tell the story of the woods that fed her, and a chest that sells the ending when it's pushed together. Been through the desert on a horse that's nameless. Now I'm driving through the city in the Porsche naked. Shores invaded by the new Marines that tear the roof off this mother like Buford T.
Untrained pet with a pen name, chest pain, but he outlive his own end game. Anyway, step around the rhythm of the red rain. Get away, car horn, stand by, 10th frame.
Spare me the dramatics, the ratchet smile, purdy, flashlight strapped to the cap of a wild turkey. Package a mild jerky, Captain Aisle 30. There's a man with a mask and an app that can dial Fergie.
Sir, 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 sir. I'd like to speak to a supervisor.
1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. 1, 2 and freeze, don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move.
Fresh up out it.
summers in the sky. Collar pop, Jolly Roger, die, motherfucker, die. Apache on a ship shaping Bristol fashion. Snuck a jammy through the red tape and tiptoe past them. Worm teeth grinding feverishly below. His little organic hacksaws eager to feeding growth. So when his Black Hawk over the glass walk, they surface up through the cash crops with clippers for your belly up mascots and never dine alone. Meanwhile, back at sea level, it was home by home, zone for zone. Bloom County's homeless, riot for home ownership. I hope you put gas in the motorhome and know the roads. I studied with the finest comb stuck under my thumb, as opposed to the loaded nose who pray Armageddon is numb. And that's unevenly rendered to those who grew up thinking faith was the surrender of reason, but not a reason to surrender. Catch the Liberty Fires catalog, 40 torched orchids and citronella for Algernon. Donna Vagabond like repent. This shit should have been Beta Burns, Babylon, the end. And when the radio stars climbed up out of the floors to murder the medium that shot him 30 years before, they said kill television, kill television, kill television. When the cutters of the pie throw their summers in the sky, no love lost, baby, the future was so bright. Nothing says charm like an armored car, taking the clone farm towards to the arms bazaar. We were the homemade marker makers, born in Port of Marshink in a right guard parts and marched through the gauntlet of car alarms. No harps, no delusions, illusion with something prettier than ash around a metacarpal, still clutching the teddy bears. We can run with scissors through the city fair, or situate the nuzzle with the subtle art of splitting hairs. Double park the shuttle, summer lark the funnel, cutty sark. We're budding narcs, target the gushing heart and the muddy Clarks. These are the vices of the penoid bastards who will chew at every tablets, blur the axioms fastest. Crews lose lunches by the hundreds, lose electricity, lose gas, phone, plumbing, humming. Keep your mouth closed, keep your cows cloned. Go. I am the pulse of this fucking townhomes. No. Mile with a convenient embargo. At least I'll always know what side of the gun I'm supposed to buy the farm from. The too far gone kick, still in a box fix, still in a pill in a sock, chilling, gilling a slop, and a million watts, Gideon scribes. But once the arc honor pussy and bribes, the animals will divide, and that's a win for the garish. You keep charity in the parish, we're profiting off the lack of a marriage amongst the class. When the radio stars climbed up out of the floors to murder the medium that shot him 30 years before, they said kill television, kill television, kill television. When the cutters of the pie throw their summers in the sky, no love lost, baby, the future was so bright. Kill television, kill television, kill television. Easily, 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 easily. Yeah. Hold up, let me get one more though. The mobile infantry is so postal, coasting to the quotient, provoking a local pistol Pete, choking his liberty and justice quarters and cloaking his focus smithereens, smoky little pile of bloody pulp and codependencies. Dopey, no surrender, bender in effect. Soul defenders of the longest night New York had never slept, and never jumping jacks and whistlers over Christmas, like rockets from the crypt, spilling a festive morning beverage of preference. I'm stepping hog heaven, stony with no weapons, pissing on teleprompters, selling megaphones to hecklers who broadcast 80 million versions of the sermon for that one indisputable masterpiece before the curtains. Pale Arcadian moon, high definition, flat plasma, IMAX, citywide transfer, artificial line